Hi, welcome back to Patrick's Investments. My name is Patrick, and if you're new to the channel, thank you much for tuning in. I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel if you're interested in finances and investing into stocks and ETFs, as well as leave a thumbs up once you are done with the video. Alright, so another week passed and we have episode number 5 today, and I bought a few things. Investments, the 25 francs that every week are basically deposited into the account worked super fine. I made it on Tuesday now, so I have one day basically to buy something and make the video for you guys. And we have invested this week more than 25 francs. We actually invested this week 94 francs 92, which equals 78 pounds 15p. So, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 purchases of stocks, and we're gonna go through them. So first of all, let's see. Oh, it just jumped to 1,000. It was just at 1,300 francs. Just jumped down again. So you can see basically the account value is close to 1,300 francs, which equals 1,000. I just gonna do 1,300 now, equals 1,070 pounds 26. However, we have still 100 francs not invested, which is something like 80 pounds something. So now let's look into the portfolio. You see that I changed one thing again, which is I removed the 2 ETFs from the first pie and made a separate pie for the ETFs. And the China pie you have seen already last week. So I have now 3 pies which I invest in. Why I did that is I just wanted to have it a bit easier to allocate money, because obviously I don't buy automated for 23 different things, because you see we have 23 different investments. In that case it was 17 stocks plus 2 ETFs, and if you invest 25 francs a week into 20 basically shares and ETFs, it's not much that's left over. So basically what I do now is I transfer the money, I deposit the money, and then I individually choose how much I invest into each stock, and I'm gonna choose now every week 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks, depends on how much money I get into the stocks, so that they grow a little bit faster. And usually how I try to approach it is this way. If I look into my portfolio and I see something that came back for, in my opinion, no reason, so there was no bad quarterly numbers or anything like that, I invest in the ones that are a little bit down to basically reduce the buy-in price, and as well basically some that went really good I buy in as well to have more of those because they're going well. So let me tell you what we bought before we go through those numbers. So on the 20th of November I bought new 0.58 shares for 18 francs 82. On the 24th, which is yesterday, I deposited 25 francs. And then I bought Netflix 0.02 for 10 francs 09, Nestle 0.11 shares for 12.04, Next Era 0.15 shares for 10.41 francs, Novo Nordisk 0.16 shares for 10.01 francs, and Activision Blizzard 0.25 shares for 17 francs 19. And today I bought Munich Re 0.03 shares for 8 francs 80, as well as Volkswagen 0.04 shares for 8 francs 18. Now, total was 94 francs 92, as I mentioned that week, or 78 pounds 15. Now, let's go through it. So we see now Activision Blizzard is at 31 francs 88. Maybe I'm not going to read it, I'm just going to tell you how much I'm plus or minus. So we have Adobe 1% up, AMD 14% up, Alibaba 3% up, Etsy 20% up, Fiverr 23.94% up. You see that's pretty good with 36 francs already in the green. Mastercard 6% up, Munich Re 7% up, Nestle is 1% down, Netflix is 0.3% down, Next Era is 1% down, NIO pretty good as well, 15% up, 20 francs exactly. NIU is 1% down, sorry, 2% down. Novo Nordisk 2% down. Nvidia is pretty much zero, plus minus zero. PayPal 13% up, Spotify 10% up, Taiwan Semiconductor 10% up, Tesla 27.5% up, Unilever is plus minus zero more or less. The Vanguard FTSE All World is 3.8% up, Vanguard S&P 500 is 2.7% up, and Volkswagen is 8.9% up. So total, as you see, close to 1,300 francs. And let's look into the pies. As you can see now, we have here 17, and basically I have now allocation of 6%. There are 2 that have 5, which is Fiverr, just because the position is so big already. And Activision Blizzard, well, I had to choose one basically. And the other ones at 6% I chose. You see Tesla is 3.9%, AMD, because it was one of the free shares, actually my first one, it's way more than allocated. And then we have, which one is close to, Nestle is 4% already, Next Era is 4% as well. Etsy will be most probably one of the next ones that I'll top up as well, so within the next week. Novo Nordisk 4.3%, Activision Blizzard 6.3%, which is above already the allocation, and Fiverr obviously at 36% because I bought manually. If we look at the China ETF, I want to say China pie, we have Alibaba is 3% up, which is supposed to be 50% of the pie. The NIO is 15% up, and NIU is 1.7% down. And the ETFs, the FTSE All World, again, around approximately 10 francs up, and Vanguard is 2 francs up. Now, again, we jumped over 1,300. Very good. Now, so far, so good, I have to say. I don't want to make the video too long for you guys. And as I mentioned, the way I approach this now is I'm going to look into the shares that came down a little bit, or the ones that are basically a little behind in sense of how much is invested. So for example, next one on the list would be Nvidia, PayPal, Spotify, as well as where is Etsy, because they are all below 10 francs, and to catch up basically the other ones. And update on the free shares, usually I do this in the beginning, is let me see. Here we go. Last week we had 29 free shares, and we climbed up to 35 free shares so far. So I got another 6 in the last 7 days, which is not bad. I obviously hope it's going to continue. Though the most shares I received since last week was Ford. I received 5 times. EasyJet I received twice. And today I just got another one, which was Royal Dutch Shell. All of them I obviously sold because I don't want to keep any of those, and I invested obviously into those shares and ETFs that you see here, or the ones that I mentioned in the beginning. Well, it's pretty good, I have to say. Let's see, I basically made some goals for the pies. However, I'm not sure if I'll be able to achieve those until end of the year. So you see here I chose 650 francs for those, the China one 500, and the ETF 750. And that's a bit sporty. This is actually until end of the year, but I don't think I'll be able to do that because I have to invest money into my Swiss ISA, basically, which in Switzerland is called the dritte Säule, or third pillar of the retirement fund. And as I mentioned in the last video, I have to invest there something around £10,500 until end of the year. So not much left for this one here. Well, if you would like to receive a free share, please feel free to use the code below. And I got a tip from a friend who actually used my code and it didn't work right away. You can basically, if you go here into use promo code, do not copy paste the code. If it didn't work in the beginning, type the code and then it should work. So in case you have a problem, please do it this way, then it should work for you. And again, you have to fund your account with at least £1, €1, 1 franc. And potentially you can get a share up to £100, €100 or 100 francs. Free of charge, just for opening up the account. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, sorry, I actually forgot. We can jump into here. Portfolio performance, for everyone who doesn't know what this is a tool that we use in Germany. So most investors in Germany who are passionate about this use this one. You see ETFs, the biggest chunk is the FTSE All World, and now actually this one is, I only want to have the one without the cash, so you see 22.2%. If you look at the, I've invested in tech 30, so basically 1/3 in tech, cars another 1/3, and then the rest is split into, we have Unilever, Nestle, you see here, finance, chemical, this is, next era is energy, software, and media. And if you look into regions, we have China now with 35%, South Korea 1.57%, North America 48%, and Europe 15%. And Here we have 28% in ETFs and the rest in stocks. And from the stocks, we have 54% in growth stocks and 16.98% in dividend stocks. So ETF has to grow over time, but at the moment I'm a bit tending towards here, because if you go one more time back, you see the stocks, individual stocks are 12% up, the China stocks are 6% up, and the ETFs only 3.5%, which at the moment it looks pretty good, because I started buying in the dip, and now the last couple weeks most of the shares went up in price. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment below if you'd like to do that. If you have any questions, let me know. Share the video, give it a thumbs up, and most important, to support the YouTube algorithm, subscribe as well, so that this channel can grow and hopefully motivate a lot of people to invest as well into their future. Alright, see you next time. Have a good day. Stay healthy. Bye.